Nothing ever happens.
place, it still pulls at me. We should take a moment, just to be sure.
still breathing. Hello. So it turns out that the perpetrators of all this mess were in... I'll send a messenger to Denholm. He's the only one who can give further orders. Though I have no doubt that justice will be served. Here's your reward. You deserve it.
Why does everything always feel like a bother?
Sure. Everything ain't never... But these... They were once a proud house. Now Camelot has no... He plays politics. Yes. I've talked to a lot of folk. They wish they could trust their... And now they're starting... Orders from Legat Denholm. There's a good chance that the men here will eventually be brought with us to Camelot. Just like the... Once that happens, the weirdness will... The weirdness always twists the most... That's why we're trying to save what we can. And... You've never heard of Fulfar and Bondorka, have you? Those two settlements had a centuries-old agreement to share a single menhir. They hold it back and forth in a special trawl. Just rope, sure. Their alliance fell apart in the end. But that was on the human side of things. My point is, Camelot's engineers have their own ways. They're damn good at what they do. This menhir is special. There's still a weird fire burning inside, though it's fading. The magicians want to study it. They want to figure out how to sustain that flame, or maybe even rekindle it. That knowledge could help restore menhirs that have already extinguished. As things in the north grow more tense with each passing day, the capital wants to be sure that when the weirdness comes close, Camelot will be protected. Life was easier back in Camelot.
Too quiet. Don't even say that. Someone comes, lights them in here, and then dies on all watch? People would be at my door with pitchforks.
He's waking up. Welcome back to the land of the living, our hero.
Help him up, Ansem. Welcome to my home. Quite a scene unfolded at the Menhir, with you at the heart of it. I can't decide if I'm more delighted or surprised. What was it that made the Menhir react to you? I see. You have a habit of not taking things seriously, don't you? But this is no trivial matter, so I demand respect. Come now, you must have a theory. The local Menhir here have been rather lifeless for quite some time. Then you come along, breathe life into what was dead, and, whether you meant to or not, alter the course of our history. That's how I see it anyway. Tell me, do you know what this Menhir represents? So they say. The Menhirs were raised by Merlin to ward off the ancient mists that burst monsters beyond human comprehension. But none of this matters in our current situation. Here, the Menhir represents something more. For some, it's a symbol of freedom and independence. Strength, if you will. It shows that the people of Quarnox, my subjects, can face any challenge, even at the world's end. And for others, like our guest from Camelot, whom I'm sure you've seen, it's a symbol of power. Power once granted by King Arthur, and therefore by Camelot. And power that has been granted can be taken away. Officially, they say they want to gather all the Menhir scattered across Avalon, set them around Camelot, and bring people there to ensure their safety. That is, if they can figure out how to restore the power of the Menhirs. I don't think we know each other well enough to speak on unofficial terms. I'm well aware. And now we're also facing an outbreak of the Red Death, which will no doubt influence Camelot's decision on whether to offer my people shelter. But with the Menhir reignited, the people of Quarnox will be even less willing to give up and go to Camelot. If anything, I expect rebellion to break out, and bloodshed is something neither we nor the capital want. I don't know, to be honest. It's not something I could admit publicly, but I feel both sides have a point. I understand the people who don't want to abandon their homeland, and I understand the knights, who must face a long-lost terror and find a solution to an impossible problem. Believe me, being a lord in times like these is a heavy burden. I want you to speak with Dinho and try to calm him down. He's the commander of Camelot's forces stationed in Quarnox, and as you probably imagine, your presence here didn't exactly make his job easier. With the Menhir active again, everything could change. Palomiti's shield, you say? An unusual request. That shield rests beneath the Menhir. And legend has it that it used to fuel its power for centuries. I don't mind if you look at it, touch it, whatever you need. Just don't take it. It's a treasured relic, and the people of Quarnox are quite attached to it. And you're probably just as attached to your head, which you'll lose if we catch you trying to steal the shield. If you need anything, speak to Ansem. He's the one who decides what's worth my time.
Just keep your head down.
I wasn't expecting company.
Stay quiet. Stay safe. Whoa, whoa! Put that away!
Isn't this a sight? Gardens, the open sky, and a bit of quiet. Makes you think the world's not so bad after all. Neither did I, to tell the truth. One moment I'm by the sea, listening to the waves. Next, poof, I'm here. Like the wind picked me up and set me down where it pleased. Aye, it's been happening for as long as I can remember. Thought it was some druid's prank when it started. One of their spells gone awry. I even asked a crow once if it had anything to do with it. Got no answer, of course. But if this is the way of things, who am I to complain? I get to see the stars from all sorts of places. And the best part? I never have to worry about where to go next. Not in the slightest. The world's a big, messy place, my friend. If the winds of fate decided to carry me themselves, who am I to argue? I'll make the most of it, wherever I land. And look at this. Landed me in a fine garden, with fine company. Fate must think highly of me, eh? No, not much, I'm afraid. But I've heard it's a lovely place. Good folk, strong traditions. They've got a treasure here, you know. A shield given to Palamedes of House Tarion by King Arthur himself. Quite the tale, that one. Someday I'd like to see it with my own eyes. Imagine the history in that. Something touched by the old king, still standing proud. Now that's worth a trip, wouldn't you say? Safe travels, child. May fate be on your side.
You're here. Let me look at you. You seem to have recovered after whatever happened at the Menhir. The All-Mother herself must be watching over you. Whatever the All-Mother wanted you to see is between you and her. I can only accept and work with the outcome. Besides, I'm more concerned with the impact your little spectacle had on the sentiments in the village. You've given people hope. Only time will tell if that was misguided or what the consequences will be if it proves true. Here lies Lady Maeve, wife of Lord Yvain Tarion, my dearest friend. The one I couldn't help. I'm wondering the same. I thought I'd find solace or perhaps even grief, but all I feel is numbness. There is more than one way to spread the All-Mother's grace. Why shouldn't a priestess take part in leading the people she serves? Lord Yvain is in a precarious situation. He needs all the support he can get, and supporting him in this endeavor only benefits the residents of Kunord. Besides, my apprentice Ailey is very talented and can handle all the matters that require a more hands-on approach perfectly well. Go with her blessing.
You look... Oi, you there, Sleeping Beauty. I saw them carrying you into Yvain's mansion. You feeling better now? Good. Would have been a shame if something happened to the one who lit up the Menhir. No wonder they brought you straight here. Tell me, did you get to see our lord? Or just that snake of his, Anselm? Sorry, stranger. I meant no offense. Name's Morag. I'm the innkeeper around here, though, as you've probably seen, there's not much of an inn left to keep. Truth is, I was hoping that, with what happened at the Menhir and all, you might have Lord Yvain's ear. Maybe you'd be kind enough to whisper a thing or two into it on my behalf? Camelot shut down my inn. Said it was because of the Red Death, but the Red Priests have been here for ages, and they never had a problem with my place. And last I checked, Yvain's still our lord, not one of those Camelotians. What gives them the right to meddle in our business? I thank you, stranger. All I want is a straight answer. The least he could do is make Camelot pay me some kind of compensation. Damn bastards come in here acting like they own all of Connacht. I'll wait here for you.
Safe travels, and may... You've brought a bit of light to him. Now take care as you go.
This is unexpected. You look beautiful, you know, and you have a beautiful soul. Maybe even more than just one. I can hear them fluttering. I see their soft shimmer. But trust me, I want to be generous. I want to be... Souls, trinkets, all those that belonged to others, but are now yours, because you dared to reach for them. For you. A blessing of sophistication, or perhaps splendor. For those who have had something taken away, a blessing of absence. Even lack can be worth experiencing. Deeply and intensely. Coins, items... Items become coins. They gain a soul. A man who is a scavenger, whether he's filth or not, also possesses a soul. Strong, shimmering, fluttering. A soul that yearns. Nothing more than a mongrel. Filth. Yet I could just as well be a lord, reigning over the streets of Kuanacht. But no, that would be too much. The streets belong to everyone, along with their mud, sorrow, and cold. Filth. Both a name and a title. One cannot forget about titles. There were people who made filth aware of my own filthiness. Good people. People who showed me the right way. Let it feel special and beautiful. Oh, and one more thing. If you have anything that once belonged to someone else, I'll gladly take care of it. First and foremost, I am filth. And filth is at your service. Heavy souls don't rest so heavy on filth. Guards don't see filth. Their eyes glaze over when they look in filth's direction.
always a pleasure to see you. You're not here to talk about the men here, are you? Oh, please say no. Oh, there are far more exciting things to chat about. Like treasure hunting, for instance. I'm Bonksy, by the way. I'm an adventurer myself. I have a few trinkets. Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I'm just passing through. From what I understand, Camelot they want to live in one place their whole lives. Oh, all different kinds. Like the ones where you crawl through damp caves or cold tombs, dodge traps, and hope whatever's growling in the dark isn't hungry. Really? Oh, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, maybe I am. But I manage just fine. And I wouldn't trade this life for anything else. If I had to stay in one place, I'd die of boredom. Oh, I just take old, forgotten trinkets. They're no use for the dead anyway. It's not robbery if nobody's around to miss them. Think of it as giving treasures a second chance to shine. A trip to the caves by the bay in the south. The bandits set up a camp there, so I decided to go after their loot. After all, stealing from a thief isn't a crime, right? They were drunk, so I thought I could sneak in and grab the treasure without any trouble. But I guess I underestimated them. They caught on and started chasing me. 4 or 5 of them, I think. I made it to the exit, and then there was a giant ogre on the beach. I barely managed to slip past it, and the bandits backed off. Oh yes, the gods, Avalon, the stars, and most importantly, my magical hairpin that brings me luck. I bought it from a lovely wandering merchant named Malachi. I'll show you on the map where I last found him. You should see some of the artifacts he carries. Real treasures. Slowly but surely. In Connacht, fewer people than I expected are looking for artifacts, potion ingredients, or adventuring gear, so I'm counting on travelers. Like you. You must be interested in unique enchanted items, right? Oh, of course you are. I've got something, well, peculiar, but it comes with a fascinating story. It's a piece of armor I found on one of my expeditions. A beautiful, knightly breastplate with just one tiny flaw. It screams in pain when it's struck. It's kind of funny, but I'm afraid not many people have the sense of humor to wear it. I'll let it go for a mere 200 coins. Oh no, really? Oh well, maybe another time. Unless someone else snatches it up first. Good to see you.
Oh, hello there. Welcome. I haven't seen you around before, but since you decided to visit, one day a friend of mine asked me if her new dress she was tickled pink. Now, let's get down to business. My name is Osmond. If you... No, good advice is always handy. And believe me, when it comes to archery, I'm not just an expert. I'm beyond that. In fact, I'd be surprised if you found anyone on Avalon who knows more about it than I do. Well, find me someone else who's been doing this for over 40 years. Every aspect of it. Back in '84, I was chosen to represent Connacht in the team archery tournament. And I wasn't even a lick over 18 back then. During one round, we were shooting at targets 100 meters away. The target was the size of a small apple and the wind was blowing from the left. So, I took aim and wham! Right in the middle. Even the captain of the Camelot team jumped up and asked, "Have you got any more like this one? Maybe the boy would rather shoot for us." If you were older, you surely would have heard of me. I could have been the first of Avalon's archers. They almost knighted me. But as it happened, I joined the Watch, got married, and... well, that was that. Hey, if only I'd had the common sense back then that I have now. About Connacht. What do you want to know? There's not much to say. They told us the Menhir's gone out, and now they want to move us along with it, but the way they're handling it, they've been here for weeks. If I were in charge of the Camelot troops, we'd have been done in 3 days. He's a good man, but that woman of his, oh, mother preserve me. She once set herself on fire along with half the mansion. Yvain nearly lost his life trying to save her. Honestly, I'd have just let her burn. She wants to go up in smoke, be my guest. It's a shame about the mansion, though. I was born here, and I've been shooting a bow ever since I was a wee lad. Even as a nipper, I had better aim than boys 5 years older than me. Around 81 or 82, I remember being allowed to practice with the adults, even though I was only 14 or so. One time, our master, we called him Uncle, gathered us in a meadow. He said, "Lads, we're gonna have a contest. Whoever shoots the farthest gets a honeyed apple and a beer from me." They were shooting and shooting, but I just took one glance, aimed, and whoosh. My arrow flew half again as far as their farthest shot. 300 meters, easily. So they turned to me and went, "Come on, Osmond, we can't compete with you. You always win." Osmond, you always win. That's what they said. I could have joined Camelot's army. With my aim, they would have made me one of the royal archers. But leaving was tough, especially since the girls here loved to watch me shoot. They'd squeal with delight every time. And in Camelot, during a war, who knows what might have happened, so I decided to stay in Connacht and join the Watch. In the Watch, I taught others to shoot. Some of them loved those lessons so much they kept practicing even after sunset. So I'd ask them, "What are you doing here? You can't even see the target." And they'd reply, "Oh, but the lessons with you are just too short, and we're really excited about archery." I kept participating in tournaments. People often bet against me. I usually came out on top, earning a decent amount of money. Then I quit the Watch and began trading in top-quality bows and arrows. That's all there is to know about me. Oh, and I have an adult daughter, but I'm not sure if she's still around. She left Connacht and we lost touch. Gossip? is for women and innkeepers. You should see Morag for that. She's both. She's a good one. About 3 years ago, I helped her fix her roof because her husband had died, and there was no one else to do it. She still mentions it. Osmond, you fixed that roof better than any roofer could. She tells me that every time. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I've written a letter to Lord Yvain, a few suggestions on how, in my view, he ought to handle this whole business with Camelot. Figured he could use a bit of advice from someone with strategic sense, a head for negotiation, and a touch of military experience. Would you take it to him? You've got younger legs, and I'd rather not leave my stall unattended. I'll give you a few coins for your trouble. Brilliant! Here you go. Just don't lose it. I've only got the one copy, and I've no mind to write it all out again. Hello. Coming back to me, I see. I envy you.
Oh, hello there. Elixirs, powders, ointments, got something for wounds, poisons, something to keep you on your feet through the night and help you survive the cold. And all of it made by my own hands, with science. No tricks, no vile spells. Yes, all magic is a scam, an illusion that pretends to give you something but always takes more in return. My elixirs work because they're based on knowledge and experience, not some fickle power from another world. Anyway, go ahead and read my anti-magic manifesto. I've laid it all out, why the magical plague must be wiped from Avalon.
Nice to see you. Hello there. Looking for solid, affordable gear? You've come to the right place. Ah, but where are my manners? I'm Alwyn, and you, my dear stranger, look like you're in dire need of a resupply. Well, the men here doesn't seem to be on the verge of dying anymore, and with the Camelosians around, business is booming. The longer they stick around with nothing to spend their coin on but our stalls, the better for us. It's a bit of a shame I'll have to delay visiting my brother at the Horns of the South, but he'll understand. He always says he can't leave his stall for even a single day.
what brings you this way?
Oi, you. You're new here, aren't you? Ah, no, sorry. It's just us and the locals and... Do they? Then maybe we're all just sick of looking at each other. I'm sure... But it's not like I want to be here either. I've got a pregnant wife waiting for me at home. Yeah, about birthing and labour and whatnot. It's going to be our first, you see, so my wife's worried sick. But that Dalrita wench chased me out of her bookshop and won't let me back. I know, right? And here I thought I'd seen everything. I was sure they didn't even know how to read. Anyway, Vrel seems to hate my guts. Ugh, because she hates Camelotians. Why else? I mean, I know the folks ain't exactly happy about us being here, but Vrel? She's Dalrita. They're taught to hate us from birth. That's all there is to it. Well, could you? I'd be really grateful. Just don't tell her it's... Please, I'll pay you back. I'll eat... Oh, thank you.
Haven't seen your face around. I'd rather not have to put your name. No, that'd be I keep this camp running and make sure everyone's pulling their weight. Idle hands have no place in Camelot's army. The trouble is, we've got more work than men. So if you're looking to earn some coin, check the notice board. I've posted a few bounties. I can't spare any soldiers to deal with things outside of Connacht. But I'll be damned if I let those bandit scum run loose. I handle what makes soldiers fight. Shina handles what keeps them comfortable. You want glory and gold? See me. Legate Denham is in charge here. Sometimes I wonder if he upset someone higher up. Lord Yvain's acting like a maiden on her wedding night. The Red Priests are throwing their weight around. And the locals are I have no idea how the legate puts up with it all. But, well... I'm Immunis Askel. If you're here for war stories, most of the fighting's but once we're done here, maybe I'll finally Yes? Well, I'll be damned. Nevera, known as the Chill Heart. She earned that nickname. It certainly leaves marks like frostbite. Nevera is said to be a Dalrita from... They say she was too cruel even for her own tribe and was exiled. But she won't be causing trouble. Hey, care to humor an old soldier with a friendly spar? That's the spirit. Not bad. You getting tired? You getting tired? Damn it all, that was pathetic. 2 strikes and I'm on my ass. What happened to me? used to be a force to be reckoned with. Don't you dare patronize me! I know what but I'll tell you this. I'm not Exercise? I don't have time for that. I'll be in the grave before I see results. Exactly. You're quick. I'll give you that. There are potions. I need one of those. Not some quack remedy. If I knew, I'd have fetched it myself. But there's talk of alchemists in the region who dabble in such things. And if anyone's got the gall to brave the wilds for it, it's you. I've also heard about some powerful stuff from the Dalrieta tribes. Trust me, I'm not a fan of those folks. But if it works as they say it does, I'll take it. Good. You'll be paid, of course. Just... Yes?
I'll await.
Lost, or what? Ah, you've really caused a stir around here with that spectacle in front of the Menhir. You appear out of nowhere, and suddenly a dying pile of... Firstly, because now I have to write yet another report to Camelot that secondly, you've somehow reignited the Menhir. And this has reignited... And before you ask why it's dangerous, take a look around town. The reason... But you should be thankful to them. Their hopes are the only... That's the assumption I decided to go with. And that's why... You can go tell Murig that your presence doesn't change anything about our deal. And that you... And if he doesn't listen... Who told you that? I've never paid a single gold coin. However... You see, it's hard to keep the men's morale up in these uncertain times. Still, this is the military. Desertion is unacceptable. So if you do take care of the deserters, you can be sure you'll be rewarded. Agile will pay out bounties for each and... Anything else? Me? There's not much I can do right now. I have to stay in queue. But if someone were willing to handle them in whatever way they saw fit... As long as they stop being a threat to my men and the people here, they'd have my thanks. But all this should stay between... Excellent. If you... Isn't it obvious? For the safety of all the residents of Avalon. Only by gathering the Menhirs in one place and reigniting them will we be able to keep ourselves safe from the weirdness. Avalon's population has significantly declined over recent years. We're on the brink of extinction, damn it. That's why we need to stick together, to take care of each other. Only Camelot possesses the necessary infrastructure to establish the right conditions for its people. If they remain here, they will die, either from the weirdness itself, or from the horde of monsters it spawns. And there aren't enough soldiers here for their protection. You must know that I didn't come here just to obey orders. I truly believe that this is the only way to save everyone on Avalon. Then at the very least, we'll have bought some time for those wiser than us to think of an alternative solution. Perhaps we will invade Tuathan, Like in the glorious old days? I don't. Scatter. Murig, who apparently prefers to be called Maggot, is a druid, even though he may not look the part. Due to bad luck, or more accurately, the decision. That's why I'm forced to work with Murig, and profit be my witness. But I'm no fool. I know that what happened in front of the Menhir, he'll try to find a way to reignite the Menhir so that it could. So, if you ever find out what he's planning, if he ever asks you to fetch something for his ritual, you make sure you come to me first. I'll await your return.
Excellent. Here's your gold. I'll await your...
Open up, Fergus. We know you're in there.
Get lost! You've taken everything from me. I won't give you anything else.
Stop whining and open up. We've got to talk. I've had enough of this lunatic. Keep an eye on him in case he gets out. I need a rest. What do you want? Then go be curious.
Open up, Fergus.
Not touch!
No, you could not, because it isn't your job. But if you really must know, yesterday, Denham ordered us to investigate, but how are we supposed to do... Come on, fuck it!
I don't...
I don't know you either. Why should I? Unless Denham says otherwise, we'll keep at it until he relents.
Furcat!
Get lost!
If you're here to chat, you've wasted a trip. Well, are you standing there for jobs? Check the notice board outside. There's always something that needs. Can you read? Can you live? Pleasant is for. I'm here to keep us supplied and a. I'm Shine, quartermaster of Camelot's Legion. My job is making sure this Legion. Legate Denholm runs the show here, and I make sure his boots. He's got a head for strategy, and I just keep. My story? Huh. It's locked up tighter than our armory, and just about as useful to you. I don't know where all that eagerness comes from, but I'm starting to think if I had 10 of you, my job would be a. And as it happens, I might have something for you. Though it's a. It seems that over the past few weeks, some are just small amounts, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice at first. But when I checked, someone's been stealing the Legion supply. At first, it was mostly just food, so I figured. But not only did the traps turn up empty, the next time I checked, I don't know about you, but I've never heard of a rat that can shoot. I thought I did. One of the lads, Percy, volunteered to guard the supplies. Seemed like a decent. The next day, Percy was gone. And with him, even more of the supplies. His mates swear he'd never do that. They say that the army was his entire life. The problem is, the thefts haven't stopped. So I'm guessing here in the storefront nearby. Maybe you'll find something.
Have some spare food or coin?
Yes, on my orders. One of our warehouses burned down. My men suspect, they say Firk. He's a local inventor, and as far as there was a time when he was quite useful. But now he's apparently fixated on the weirdness, and he doesn't want to talk about anything else. People are afraid of him. Since you're already here, Firkett refuses to talk to my men, and the locals don't trust him. There's a slim chance. But you, he doesn't know. You can ask him if he set fire to our warehouse on... Do whatever you think is best. I just... Here are the orders. Show them to the boys by the gate and they'll let you... As soon as you find out what happened with Firk.
The seal looks good. I'm glad Firkett's your problem. Let's move on.
Who are you? Did Camelot send you? I'm not talking to those thieves. Get lost. I think it's quite obvious, isn't it? They're harassing an honest First, they stole my entire life's work, and now they show up with grievances. I'm not giving them anything, and I'm not letting anyone in either. Oh, aye, it did. And no surprise there. They've only got themselves to blame. They barged in here and grabbed everything that wasn't nailed down. No, actually, they even prized loose the things that were. Do you know what this device is? It's a pyrolusite stabilizer. No wonder it... Yes, pyrolusite. My most... And what did they do? Well, they just took... Well, pyrolusite is a wondrous substance. It can create... Oh, it also amplifies the power of wildfires. So, tell me... Exactly! But all great inventions need painstaking preparation. As you can see, my pyrolusite isn't stable yet. That... Well, I was... Do you think it's their fault for taking what I know perfectly well what happens when you meddle with inventions you know nothing about? Science is a field for geniuses, not for Someone died? Too bad. They shouldn't have put that. I won't confess to anything because I don't feel responsible for anything. It's just natural selection as we... And yet, such is the law. The weak and the foolish eliminate themselves. So forgive me for smile. It's what was meant. Yes, I suspect so too. There are two things I value above all. Science? At least I'll take all my secrets to the grave. So my... As you already know, I have no love for Camelot. However, if it means securing my survival, I might consider accepting that offer. I could continue working on pyrolusite. I have another idea that might help address the issue of its stability. Are you familiar with weird candles? They possess the ability to... If you light one, you can walk through the night without fearing transformation or ambush. But weird candles burn out quickly, and their production is quite complex. Yes, I think I would like... Go to Denholm and tell him what we discussed.
Oh, Wilkin? Wilkin! Oh! I'm sorry. Well, some have a... Is it? Butcher them? Please. Well, the thing is, I know he's not the... I didn't want to make him love me. I went to see a witch. They say that if you really... To be fair, but I decided... She gave me a potion. He'd be right... She wanted something precious to me. Fat chance of that happening now. I've already sharpened my pitch. Yes. I can see now that it might not have been the best. She's something... Really? Oh, thank you. Maybe... Oh, that's for sure. Oh.
Spare a coin for the offering.
If I just stay. What's happening with Verket? Is he going to... Do you think so? That's an... If you claim that Verket had no intention of harming my soldiers, then I will make sure that he has a quiet place to work. Tell Verket of my decision.
And? Oh, it appears Camelot... Well, it's not a perfect solution. In that case, I'll pack my bags. You're going to take care... After all, you just saved my life. But the house stays. So, here, the mad scientist... Burn it down, sell it. I'm sure Camelot will appreciate...
What is it now? If it's...
Have some spare food or coin? Anything else?
This is my shield, but there's no part of my soul inside. We need to look somewhere else. But I can feel the missing part. Close. Maybe it's the men here. Maybe it needs something from us.
I just stay put, everything will be just fine.
I know. I already asked Anselm to... Honestly, I'm not about to argue the legate over one inn. Not when there are... I don't doubt that. I wouldn't be surprised if Denholm shuts the inn down out of fear of rebellion. And I'm hardly in a position to challenge his... We all have to endure these inconveniences a little longer. Well, surely she's been given some sort of Oh, that is unfortunate. I can see very well. Tell her she'll be paid part of the damages from my coffers. And I'll speak with Denholm about her situation. I can't offer more than that. As long as this stalemate with Camelot holds, that's my final decision. No. Does it now? Very well. Then I thank him for his concern.
Just keep your head down.
And? But the inn stays closed? Figures. So now instead of standing, I'd say it's better than nothing. Thank you, stranger. I'm glad...
You doing okay?
You doing okay?
Spare a coin for the hungry. Well, since you've already killed them, I don't see... Thanks to your efforts, my... Here. I'll await your return. Spare a coin for the hungry.
I am an outcast, exiled from my home by the Red Death. My struggle continues on the holy island of Avalon. When you hear the word, follow it. Set an example for other outcasts, with your faith and with your testimony. The word is our only chance to rid ourselves of the plague's taint. And if the word commands you to kill your brothers for spreading heresy, do so, for such is his way. If the word commands you to besmirch your father's name, do so and discard your sullied self, for such is your way.
Help a soul out on your journey.
Good to see you. I do. I've started calling. All right, dear. Oh, one more thing. This armor came with a letter. I found... Oh, I'm a little jealous, to be honest. This sounds like the begin... I chased the trail myself. But first, I need to...